Every so often on The National, we bring you stories of Canadians living and working around the world, trying to improve the lives of others. We call it a world of difference. Tonight, a Quebecer who left behind a comfortable and lucrative life to administer free medical care in Morocco. He guesses he's cared for hundreds of thousands of patients over the years, not a single one capable of saying thank you. David Common has his story.
In the bustling, narrow passages of the ancient market in Fez, often the only way to move goods is on four legs. For a long time, the injuries and illnesses that afflicted the city's working animals would lead to their premature deaths. But no more, thanks to Canadian Denis Frappier.
Compared to the other one, it's still a little bit swollen. It's a little bigger here in this area. This is where the problem started. But we're doing very well. I'm quite happy with that.
14 years ago, Frappier walked away from his large and profitable veterinary practice in Quebec. Encouraged by colleagues to take over this American-sponsored clinic, he now offers free care in Morocco to those who can't afford it. With his small staff, Frappier now cares for 22,000 animals a year.
We've had eagles and camels and turtles and snakes.
Merci.
Frappier has become something of a legend here.
Voilà. C'est bon.
But it wasn't always so. When he arrived, the miserable state of Fez's animals was depressing and overwhelming.
This is why, after being here for 3 months, I wanted to go home. It bothered me to see feet like this, eye gone, with local treatment as such as burning. It was terrible. It's about all cured up now. A couple of days, it'll be fine.
With funding from a large endowment left decades ago and the long-standing involvement of Massachusetts SPCA, the American Fonduque, as it's called, is known throughout the region. Here, the clinic's ambulance is called for a tired old mule who can stand no more. With the gentle touch of a parent, they load the aged animal for Frappier to see. He's an angel, says one of Frappier's employees.
No. Dodo. Dodo.
This angel, though, can't perform miracles. The mule is in very bad shape and is simply too old to help.
This is abuse for me, you know.
So Frappier makes the call to euthanize the animal. It is the only humane act, he says. From death, Frappier turns to a new life, a 2-day-old foal in great distress. And yet there is hope.
There is contraction of the eyes, so that's good. He responds to the light, so it's okay.
This young horse will survive.
Having seen 250,000 animals in Morocco, Denis Frappier has a pretty good sense of how many would have survived without his intervention. Their chances are not good.
Without the American Fonduque, 50% of the animal would die. 50. This is 1 out of 2, you know. So I think we do a good job.
The job never seems to end. At 70, Frappier is consumed by his work. Still active with Canada's equestrians after 6 Olympics, he remains in constant demand here. 80 animals have already been through his door, and it's not yet 10 a.m.
6 donkeys and 7 horses so far. Il faut garder ça propre.
All the owners know him, listen carefully to his expertise. Having left behind a successful practice and the big salary that went with it, Frappier has found personal satisfaction a world away.
It's not always fun, but it's, I don't know, it's very rewarding. I enjoy that. It's a great job. It's the best, actually.
David Common, CBC News, Fez, Morocco.